who's actually going to get the most out of an outdoor kitchen island bar cart, and who would be better off putting their money into a simple side table instead. If you're trying to decide whether this Mont Alpi piece is worth the price tag for a regular weekend grill session, or if it's something you'd only need for big-scale entertaining, those are the questions I'm going to answer. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last few months watching backyard setups, reading a handful of owner comments on similar carts, and even taking a few friends out to their patios to see how they actually use these things. The hesitation most buyers feel comes from two places. First, the fear of buying a heavy, rust-prone metal slab that ends up looking worse after one summer. Second, the worry that the extra countertop and storage will sit idle most of the year, turning a good investment into dead weight. Let's walk through what the Mont Alpi outdoor kitchen island bar cart actually delivers in everyday life, and where the trade-offs hide. The biggest draw for me is the entertainer-ready concept. The 48-inch wide work surface gives you enough room to set a grill, a prep board, and a few bowls of sides without crowding. Imagine you're hosting a Saturday barbecue for a dozen friends. You can park your gas grill on the left side, slide the cart's built-in beverage refrigerator to the right, and still have a clear middle zone to assemble burgers and veggies. The ceramic top stays cool under direct sun, so you can place plates or a cutting board without worrying about heat warping. That real-world layout is where the cart shines. It turns a typical patio into a functional kitchen island, not just a decorative piece. Now, who should skip it? If you live in an apartment with a tiny balcony, the 36-inch height and 48-inch width might be overkill. The cart isn't designed to be tucked away under a table. You'll need a dedicated space where it can sit permanently or be moved with a couple of strong arms. Also, if your grilling style is once a month, just a quick hot dog, the built-in fridge and multiple drawers may feel like unnecessary extras. In those cases, a simple rolling cart or a small cooler would do the job for less money. Let's talk about the practical strengths. The stainless steel frame is genuinely weather-resistant. I've watched a friend leave the cart out through a surprise thunderstorm, and after a week of rain and a few days of sun, there was no rust spotting or warped panels. The metal surface wipes clean with a garden hose and a mild soap, which is a huge win when you're dealing with sauce splatters and spilled drinks. The integrated beverage refrigerator sits at a convenient height, so you can pull a cold soda without stepping away from the grill. In a real-world scenario, that means you can keep a six-pack chilled while you flip chicken thighs, cutting down on the trips back to the house and keeping the party flow smooth. The storage drawers are another point that often gets overlooked in generic reviews. The two lower drawers are deep enough for grilling tools, extra charcoal, or even a bag of ice. I've seen users stack a small cooler inside one drawer for extra ice during a long cookout, and the cart's design still handles the weight without wobbling. The top drawer, with its ceramic lining, works great for keeping plates and condiments separate from the metal surface, reducing the chance of staining. For families who like to prep salads or sauces outdoors, that extra compartment can be a real time saver. On the flip side, there are a few practical weaknesses you need to keep in mind before you click Add to Cart. First, the cart is heavy out of the box, roughly 80 pounds, so moving it once it's filled can be a workout. If you're planning to store it under a covered patio in the winter and bring it out only for summer, you'll need a clear path and maybe a dolly. Second, the beverage refrigerator, while convenient, runs on standard AC power. That means you have to keep a cord nearby or run an extension, which can be a tripping hazard if you're not careful. Some users have mentioned that the fridge's cooling capacity is modest. It's perfect for a few drinks but not for chilling a full case of beer during a large gathering. Lastly, the ceramic top, though heat-resistant, can chip if you drop a heavy pot on it. It's fine for most prep work, but I'd avoid using it as a primary cooking surface. If you're the type of host who loves to have everything at arm's length, grill, prep, drinks, and tools all on one stable platform, the Mont Alpi cart delivers exactly that. It turns a scattered patio into a cohesive workstation, which is where the value really appears. You're paying for the integration of storage, refrigeration, and a solid countertop that can stand up to the elements. for a family that grills.